Make some motherfucking noise, Boise! How y'all doing? How y'all doing? My name's SuitMan Duante Barnett. We got a wonderful show for you guys tonight. The funny part is we're coming to you from the lounge in Boise, Idaho. Sorry. There's actually a Boise, Washington. That's a little-known fact nobody probably gives a shit about. But we're giving you black comedy in Boise. We're going to set a record tonight. We're going to have 19 different people performing in Boise in one way or another. So that's something huge. Shout outs to everybody involved here. We've got Dirty Angel Entertainment. They're out of Portland. They're part of the reason why most of us on this show even know each other. They're a great company. This is a Dirty Suit production, part Dirty Angel Entertainment, part SuitMan. So love the action. This is going to be an opportunity for y'all to watch black comedy from the East Coast to the West Coast to the South and everything in between. So I don't want to hold you guys up. We've got a great lineup tonight. Our first comedian of the night, she's coming from Portland. She's a wonderful storyteller. She's like my aunt. I love this lady. Give it up for Leann Johnson!
Yes, hey, I'm Leann, and I'm just going to jump right into this thing with a little story. 911, what is your emergency? I'm on my ass at Blakesley and Weddington. That was me, June 27, 2018. And I had fallen in the cold, hard streets of LA. Not just any LA, but NoHo. And that's exactly what you think it means, North Hollywood. Now, on any other day, this would have just passed by as a clumsy attempt at trying to dodge a puddle. But in this day, I was 2 days away in NoHo from debuting on the stage of the Debbie Reynolds Theater. That's right, 2 days from my dream. 2 days from my dream. And I was beside myself. I was going to be on an improv show at the Debbie frickin' Reynolds Theater of the El Portal. And I had fallen on the streets and I could not get up. Actually, I could, but I didn't want to. Because falling on those streets, LA was gonna pay. LA was gonna pay for the fact that they have perhaps ruined my dream. It was dissipating right before my eyes. So I did what any other person would do. I called 911 because I wanted LA to know that they had ruined my dream. So 911, what is your emergency? I'm on my ass at Blakesley and Weddington. Send help. Are you hurt, ma'am? Yes, I'm hurt. Shortly, I hear sirens. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Funny thing, when you call 911, help might show up. So here I was sitting in a puddle, my ass was wet. And I had actually gotten to the point where I was absolutely beside myself, not just figuratively, but literally. Because there was the Leann that was in the puddle, the irrational Leann that had called 911 because I'd fallen in a puddle. And then there was the rational one who was looking down upon me saying, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing, Leann? You are potentially extracting resources from a perfectly deserving, good, woke white woman. And I thought, I don't care. I simply don't care because my dream, as I said, was dissipating in front of me. So here I am in the puddle on my ass. And sirens are coming closer and closer to me. I'm sitting there and these two men come towards me. Ma'am, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Well, what's happened? Can't you see I'm sitting in a puddle in NoHo on my ass at Blakesley and Weddington? Are you hurt? Yes, no, maybe. Do you need to go to the hospital? No, I do not. Shortly thereafter, the two men left and came back, and they were holding gingerly in their hands something that they handed to me. It came from their hands to mine, and I took it gently. I looked down at it and I said, "Thank you." In that moment, my faith in humanity was restored. LA was not going to pay that day, maybe some other day, but not that day. So I took every ounce of strength I had and I stood up from that puddle. And with that strength, I took that ice pack and I put it on my ass at Blakesley and Weddington. Now, through all this, I didn't mention that my sister was there. And that's really not important because what's important was this and what was happening to me. So after a while, the two Leanns started to converge back to one. Walking away was my sister. And I said, wait, no, you know, I'm sure they're used to this. She was embarrassed, but I said, I'm sure they're used to this. They know about angry Black women in NoHo. They know. And she said, looking at me quizzically and judgmentally, and kind of just shook her head. I said, angry Black women, they know, right? Oh, I see, I said. Privileged white woman? Yeah, that's what you were. On my ass at Blakesley and Weddington. That is my time. Thank you so much. I'm going to go back and take my wine and coming right at you again some other day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was definitely wonderful. Always telling stories. It's one of those things. So here's the thing is, love her comedy. She's telling stories. There's all different types of comedy. I appreciate you coming out and telling a couple stories. Everybody give it up for Leann Johnson. Woo! Coming all the way out of Portland. Our next comedian, though, I know this guy personally. We have a good time every time we do a show. We talk a little shit back and forth. There's been a lot of shit talking sometimes. Some good, some bad, some in between. I believe he looks like Khalid, but he's losing weight, so he's getting a little slimmer. I got to find something else for him. Our next comedian coming up, he's all the way out of Michigan. Give it up for Quinton Jones.
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you to Duante Dirty Suit Productions for putting me on this show. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The pandemic been long enough. I don't even remember my jokes anymore. I'm just up here. I'm just gonna talk and drink Truly, if that's cool with y'all. Like you said, you know, I've been losing weight, and the fun thing about losing weight is working out. That's the fun thing about losing weight. Am I spotlighted? I can't tell. I ain't spotlighted, bro. They can't even see me. They can't see this mane that I have. Come on now. Trying to talk to people about losing weight. I'm trying to inspire people. But in the pandemic, I've actually lost 35 pounds. I lost 35 pounds. The problem with being fat and losing 35 pounds is that you're still fat. You can't really tell. There's only minor differences. I can see my dick a little bit more, but that's it. Like, there's no like real difference. I still got titties. It's still hard to walk upstairs. It's not fun. But the hardest thing about losing weight actually is diet. And that's the part that nobody respects. Like, people support you working out. People support you doing push-ups. People support you running. No one supports kale. Like, especially if you are on a diet, like early diet, it's kind of like you in like a new relationship. Like, oh, and they trying to like get you not to cheat. Like, oh, you only been dieting for 2 weeks. You go, that don't even mean nothing. You go ahead, bounce back. Look here, no, I can't cheat on my diet. I can't do it because once a cheater, always a cheater. And here's the thing about a diet. A diet is a relationship that I'm in that I don't see a future with. A diet is that like relationship where you got with somebody because it's cold and you can't pay rent yourself. And you just stick with them. That's what a diet is. And I can't go back to eating cheeseburgers. I mean, I can't go back to kale after eating cheeseburgers. I can't do that. You know, because first of all, kale knows that you done cheated on it. Kale knows you done cheated on it. Like, kale knows, like, they can smell the burger on you. You don't touch kale like you used to. It was early in the diet. You would go to kale early and you know, you would spend time with it. Now that you done went to cheeseburger, you mess around with cheeseburgers now. You go, the kale is in the back of your refrigerator, moldy, and all that other stuff. You only touch it because you think it's about to go bad. You see the expiration, like, oh, I might want to fuck with kale a little bit. I don't want to tip him off. But that's really all I've been doing is, losing weight. Been trying to date. Dating's hard. I don't know why. I know why it's hard. I know why it's hard. It's one that's the pandemic, but I'm a good guy. Like, ladies, I'm the type of guy that will treat you like your father did. I will treat you like your father did. Everything your dad did for you, I will do. If your dad was a deadbeat, yep, only if he was a deadbeat. Like, I can bring good deadbeat dad energy to a relationship. Like, I can leave you 6 months after meeting you. I can bring that type of energy to the relationship. I can't date women with good dads. I don't want to compare them. They got standards. I need $200 dates. I need this. I need that. No, I can't keep up with that. And first of all, it's unfair for women with good dads to compare me to their dad in the first place. You know why? Don't compare me to how your dad treats you. That's not fair. Compare me to how your dad treated your mama when they first started dating back in '89. Like, this is like, you want $200 dates. Your mom went skating with your dad for their first date, and then she got pregnant. That's how you got here. Don't be coming up with $200 dates and all this other stuff. No, I'm gonna take you skating, buy you a $5 pizza. I'm gonna get it cracking just like your parents did. Don't hold me to those standards. Man. I don't argue with people about dating though. Date who you want to date. And that goes beyond finance, that goes beyond race, that goes beyond, like, date who you want to date. I'm simple. I like who like me. And so I date, whoever I want. Okay, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I say that I don't believe it. I don't believe in dating. Like I say, I like who likes me, but every time a white girl likes me, I just get this shrieking feeling that I'm about to betray the black community. Like, every time I feel like I'm about to fuck it up. And especially now, people getting more pro-black and all this stuff. It's hard to get back in the black community. I've heard impossible standards from black women, like, oh, I could never date a guy that's even fucked a white woman. Fucked that, like, fuck. Come on, look. Okay, let me just break this down. That's too hard of a classification to kick me out of your Rolodex. Like, let me just explain something. Like, okay, let's just take a first date. A first date I plan on paying for. It's a first date I plan on paying for it 100%. I'll go on this date with a white girl, and the bill comes. Her credit card is out before my card is out, because she saw the waiter come with the check, and she was like, hey, you want to split this? That's cool. Like, is this cool? We can split it. Black women, y'all don't do that. Black women, as soon as the bill comes, y'all start looking in your purse. You start, go on your phone. We've been making eye contact and having great conversation for the last, 2 hours, but the bill come, now you just like this. Like, oh, I can't seem to find it, which is disrespectful, because while they on their phone, you can see the credit card in the back of their phone. Like, I can see it. I just pull it out. You ain't hiding nobody. You ain't tricking nobody. And I'm not saying this like to judge back and forth, but like, here's my thing. Everyone talks about love languages. My love language is saving me money. So when white girl pulls her card out and I'm going to Roof Chris, she just saved me $100. I'm horny now. Look here, anyone who's watching this show that's interested in me, if we talking, don't even send me nudes. Send me Groupons. Send me something. I ain't seen titties before. I ain't seen that the Brazilian steakhouse is giving 2-for-1 dinners. That's what I want in my relationship. Save me money, I'm turned on. What else? Dating's hard because men and women, we act and we communicate different. Like, men are simple. Like, we were just so simple. Like, they say, women play chess, men play checkers. And it's real, because even when we communicate, the fact that we're playing different games, we get irritated by different things. Like, one of the biggest complaints that I've had from multiple women that I date is the fact that I can walk around the house with one sock on. Just one sock, just the left sock, walk around the house all day. That pisses women off. And they're like, why do you like to do that? I'm like, because I feel like it. There's no extra thought. I'm not thinking about the heat. It's just, that's how I woke up. It was one sock on. I'm wearing that. Now, take a situation like, here's something that women do that piss me off. Like, women will hire someone to clean your house. Y'all will hire someone to clean the house. But then you will clean the house before they get there. That makes no sense to me. And I get what you're saying, like, oh, I don't want them to think I'm dirty. I don't want them to judge me. Here's the thing. Look, you are dirty. You are absolutely dirty. You know why? Because if you weren't dirty, you wouldn't hire the person in the first place. It's been that same lint stain at the top of your blinds for the last 3 years that you can't get because you're 5'2", you're dirty. That's what it is. And here's the thing. If you hire someone to clean your apartment and you already cleaned it, they're not even like a cleaning person anymore. They're just a health inspector. That's all they're doing is making sure you did a good job. Like, oh, you missed right here. You know, get it together. I'm going to make that my time. Look here, Duante, everybody in the show, hijinks. My name is Quinton Jones. If you like me, you can follow me on Instagram at QKill'em. That's my time. Y'all have a good night. I mean, it's not a real stage. I can just leave this way. I think, do I go? I can talk about other stuff. I don't know. What should I talk about? This is a very interesting Zoom mic. Oh yeah, so I'm watching Michigan football right now. Go Blue. That's what you're taking me away from my football. This is odd. Ain't no playoff music. Ain't nothing. All right. I think I hear Duante coming. You done fucked up my whole dismount. I should just do another joke. Okay. Moments. Okay. Am I on the screen? This is what comedy is, y'all. There's no alignment. This just talk. I can see the comics coming up. One person in their car, I think somebody else on the toilet. This is what comedy is. There's no there's no structure. You know, like this is like Zoom comedy. The only thing worse than Zoom comedy is Zoom workouts. Because like Zoom workouts, you just can roll out of bed. I don't get the anxiety I usually get. Like there's nothing lazier than missing a Zoom workout. Because before you got to go to the gym, you got to go like 20 minutes. You got to get dressed. You can do Zoom workouts in your drawers. Next one. I've been said I was done. I said I was done 3 minutes ago. Yeah, I did 10. I was watching the screen. Hey, Dante's back. All right, cool.
He didn't do 10. Whatever. He's on CPT time. He started his clock early, and he ended it early. You got to stop clocking out early for break. That sucks, motherfucker. Good job, though, Quinton. Good job, Quinton. We all know how it works. Comedy ain't the same. If comedy was the same, he'd be right here so I could heckle him in person. Fuck you, buddy. Great set, though, Q. Great set, though, Q.
If we were in person, I'd slip off your curls.
Give it one more time for Quinton Jones, everybody. Woo! Our next comedian up, though, coming all the way from Portland. I love this guy. He just did our last show in actually here in Boise. He had a great time doing it. I love some of his jokes. There's something he's going to tell you I don't want to ruin for you. Shit, I love the motherfucker's shirt. Give it up from his car, because it's the only place he could probably get peace and quiet with all them damn kids. Right. Give it up for Deveaux!
Yo, I still don't even know if I'm on yet. Still see the screen. But if y'all listening to me, this is the only place I can get any peace and quiet. It's in my car. I got kids. Woo! Zoom shows. We figuring them out. This is actually what comedy is. I'm just going to talk to y'all for a minute. It feels fun talking to y'all for a minute, man. I don't know if anybody knows me. I'm an extreme extrovert. I really see, I still see the stage. I don't even know if, yeah, I'm just over here talking. I don't, maybe I'm peeing. Oh, am I muted? No, okay, I'm good to go. But yo, man, I'm telling you, this quarantine been something. I've been, as an extreme extrovert, I like to be around people. I'm one of those people who like to be around people, talk to people, feel you do all that, you know what I'm saying, all that good shit. I love it. So during this quarantine, I've been getting depressed. I don't know if anybody else been getting depressed like I've been getting depressed, but it's been stressful. I got a bunch of kids at home. Plus, you know what I mean? You get in your own head because you can't go out and see people. So, you know, I start asking myself weird ass questions and shit like, nigga, are you fat or are you buff? Will you figure this shit out? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out during quarantine. My shoulders shouldn't be so big and my belly shouldn't be so big at the same time, but they're competing. Man, I done got into watching UFO conspiracies. I think UFO conspiracies is weird. It's one of the weirdest things in the world to me, because there are actually prominent people in their communities that think they've been abducted by UFOs, and who's to say they're not right? But those people are out there, so I've been dealing with that, but making me kind of scared of people, making me not so much of an extrovert. I don't know if it's taken away or not, but we gonna figure it out. I don't know, man. It's weird because I can't get no applause breaks or nothing like that, or no, not applause breaks, but like laugh breaks. When people are laughing, you don't want to mess up the vibe. So now, I don't know. It's been weird. Quarantine, being stuck in the house. I started to like think about all the bullshit in my life, all the people I owe apologies to. I know I owe apology to my nigga Reginald Kearney. If I keep doing this joke, and hopefully I'm doing it online so he'll see it one day. I apologize. I ruined his 4th and 5th grade career. You know what I mean? That's how deep up in my head. I'm like, I really need to reach out and apologize to this nigga. I don't know. We was kids, okay? We was kids, and he was new. He had came to school in 4th grade. I had already established, we had friends there already, but he was a cool dude. He came, I was like, I don't know this dude. He's from New Mexico. I felt kind of weird about that because he didn't speak Spanish. But that's, you know what I mean? I'm 4th grade. I didn't know. I didn't know that was strike one. In my mind, it was strike one. Strike two, I already had the girls that I liked. And you know what I mean? He was a new dude in town, and the girls, they was, I didn't like that. He coming to take my girls. That's what I felt. That was strike two. In my mind, strike three, he told us that he had some candy. He was going to share it with us at recess. And at recess, we went outside, and this nigga pulled out a handful of peppermints. The peppermints that, like your grandma keep in the purse at church. And I was like, nigga, that's not candy. One, that's not candy. So, strike three, man. We got to fight. And so, my 4th grade mind, it was time for me and Reginald to fight. We got into this crazy fight. And I didn't know in New Mexico they really breed strong fighters in New Mexico, because he started whooping my ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as the fight started, I think I pushed him, and all I seen was long arms. Just started swinging at my face. Boom, boom, boom. Like, this is what it looked like, y'all. This is what it looked like. That's all I could see. What y'all seeing right now is what I see. So I just covered up. And as he's punching me, you know what I mean? We got broken up or whatever, and we got suspended. And 3 days later, we came back to school, and he had a cast on his arm. And everybody was like, oh, my God, look at him, man. He got a cast on his arm, man. You really whooped his ass. But what happened was he broke his pinky, punched me in the top of the head. And I just want to apologize to the niggas. I've been taking credit for whooping his ass for like 27 years, nigga. And I just want to say, Reginald Kearney, man, I apologize to you, brother. I didn't mean to be taking credit all this time for doing that. But, man, I don't know. Life been crazy. Got to apologize to a lot of people. I got to apologize to my Auntie Velma. I don't know if she's watching. Hopefully she's watching, or somebody I know watching that know her, so they can send her this apology for me. She probably thinks I'm the dirtiest person on earth. And I feel bad about that. This is around the same time. I had to be 4th, 5th grade. And I was playing around the house all day. And I grew up in the projects. If anybody knows the projects, it's like kitchen floor everywhere. You know what I mean? So when you're playing around in the house, you slide in your socks and you do shit, you slide. You know what I mean? And I think I woke up in the morning, I tried to make me some breakfast, and I spilled a little milk on the floor, cleaned it up with my sock. You know what I mean? Just wiped it on up. You know what I mean? I was, but it was kitchen floor all over my house. So that's what we did. We slid around and we had fun. And my mom told me, hey, yeah, Deveaux coming to pick you up in a little bit. Get ready. And I said, okay. So I just put my shoes on. Auntie Velma came. She came pick me up. And we got in the car. And we was driving. And she turned around. She said, you know what we're going to do today? I said, what are we going to do? She said, we're going to go get you some shoes. Some new shoes. Brand new shoes. I said, oh, shoot. Normally, a little kid would be happy at that notion, but not me, because I realized what the fuck I've been doing in these socks all day. And all the sliding and slipping and how dirty these damn socks was. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? So we get to Foot Locker. We get to the mall. We go into the mall and we pick out shoes. and I pick out some shoes that I like, and the lady looks at me. The lady grabs the shoes. She said, "Okay, what size do you wear?" And I said, "Probably about the size I got on now." You know what I mean? But, probably a size bigger. Just do a size bigger. So she went out. She went and grabbed the shoes. She brought them back. And she was like, "You want to try them on?" And I was like, "No, they probably cool. They probably okay. I'll just take them now." And she was like, "No, you should try them on." And my auntie said, "Yeah, go ahead, try them on, boy." And I said, "I really don't want to try them on." They said, "Try them on." So I went to try them on. And I took my shoe off. And the lady was holding the box, and she looked at me. And then she looked at my aunt. And then she looked back at me, and then she looked down at my shoe. Not my shoe, but at my sock. And she says, "He can try them on, but not while he's wearing these or those." And I looked. It hurt me because the lady who was helping us was cute. She was young. And I was in 4th or 5th grade. You know what I mean? You know how. And then my aunt looked at me in disgust. And she looks at the lady. She goes, and the lady was like, I don't know what to do. We sell socks. And my aunt looks at me and she was like, "No, he has socks." And so she made me go wash my foot. I washed my foot and I had to try the shoe on. I had to try the shoe on bareback because I had to take off the sock and wash my foot and try the shoe on. It was work, but I hope my aunt doesn't think I still, honestly, I learned from that time. I learned from that time to the fact, I make people take their shoes off when they come to my house now. You got to take your damn shoes off if you come to my house. Come to my house, you got to take because I judge you off your socks now. That was a traumatic moment for me. I judge you off your socks. If you come to my house and you got on 2 matching clean socks, I figure you got your shit together. You know what I'm saying? We figure it out. You got your shit together. You can probably tell me what the fuck the Dow Jones is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We could have an intelligent conversation maybe. I don't know. If you come to the house and you got on 2 clean mismatching socks, I just figure you busy. I know what that is like. I know what it's like to be busy. You got time to match no goddamn socks. I got 7. That's 7. I got 6 kids. I know what it's like to not have time to match socks. Come on in. Let's talk about it. It's all good. We ain't got to talk about the socks. But we can talk about life. You come in my house and you got on 2 mismatched dirty socks, nigga, you might be going through something. You might need a shoulder to cry on. Come on in. I can be that too. You know what I mean? We're not always what everybody think we should be. It's all good. Let's tap in. Man. But then, also though, if you come in and you got on matching dirty socks, nigga, you got to get the fuck about my house because you might be a serial killer, nigga. I learned in 4th grade that was not a thing that people should do. You ain't learned nothing. I can't have you in the, oh shit, Duante back on stage, y'all. I love talking to y'all, man. I'm going to continue to talk to y'all as much as I can. Thank you, Duante, SuitMan. This shit's been great. I love it, baby. G-Wade.
Love you too, G-Wade. I'm mad that I feel like I'm Deveaux and shit. The nigga was like, "Hey, he's back on stage. I gotta go. Put away your gold chain. My mama gave me this chain." Yeah, you know what's up. Y'all motherfuckers know. When you see the curl, you know what fucking time it is. My bad. Give it up for G-Wade. If we don't get no bigger, that's still my twin. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. But, hey, we've had a wonderful show. We've hit Portland. We've hit a comic from Michigan and Seattle. We've hit another Portland comic. Now we're going to get a little diverse. Shit. I think I got it. For Patrice Deveaux, if I remember correctly, she's coming out of Richmond, Virginia. Give it up for Patrice Deveaux!
Hey, I don't even know how many people in here, but we're going to turn up. Hey, you could be anywhere in the virtual world, but you're right here at the Dark Brew. I am Patrice Deveaux. How's everybody doing? Listen, if you can't tell already by the way that I'm dressed, I got company coming over, so I don't plan on being on here very long. All right. I do need y'all to get into this Burlington Basquiat that I got over here in the back. All right. I just need y'all to understand that was probably the best $34.99 I ever spent in my life. It's really giving everything I needed to give right here at this show. Virtual comedy. Listen, I don't even care about it if it's virtual or not at this point. I'm just happy to be up here seeing some people talking my shit. COVID has me very confused.
I'll be perfectly honest. I'm fine with the mask. I'm fine with the hand sanitizer, the washing of the hands. That's not anything that's new to me. But I refuse to follow those goddamn arrows on the ground. I don't even understand what that has to do with anything. And so are you trying to tell me that COVID-19 got a sense of direction? Like what's really happening? What's really happening? I don't even know anymore at this point. I don't even care. I'm just here. I'm just happy to be here despite the week that I've had. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is a 100% true story that I'm about to tell you. This week on Wednesday, I got robbed. But I need to say that a different way because it's kind of misleading. I didn't get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody run up on me like, Annie up, ho. Like, I didn't get robbed because, I generally keep that thing on me. So that wasn't the case. What I should say is they found an opportunity to capitalize on. So I forgot to lock my car door in my driveway, but I'm thinking, I'm in a nice little cute little gentrified area. You know what I mean? It's no longer Jackson Ward for all the 804 people that might be watching, all the rich city folks that might be watching. It's no longer Jackson Ward. What they call it now? The Arts District here. So I'm like, it's cool. Listen, sometimes I leave my door unlocked. Bitch, why? This still used to be the projects. So some motherfuckers tried my door handle. It was their lucky day, I suppose. They ransacked my car like the DEA ran up in there. Like that shit was completely unnecessary. They ransacked my car. Then they stole $70 worth of lottery tickets from me. Actually, it might have been more than $70 because I hadn't scratched them motherfucking scratch-offs yet. So that shit is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. If I think a motherfucker got me for $1 million ticket, that was my winner. That was the winner I have been praying for. They got me for the lottery tickets. Understood. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You hit a lick, you hit it. I understand. The game is cold. The game is friendless. But what kind of monster, if you're watching this for any reason, person that ran up on me and robbed me out of my car, what kind of monster are you to steal a real nigga prescription glasses? Why you take my prescription glasses? I can't see shit right now. I can't see shit. Like, you don't even know if we got the same astigmatism. Like, why would you? You don't know if you're nearsighted or farsighted, bitch. You don't know my prescription. Why would you do that? Like, it just take a cold motherfucker to take your prescription glasses. So I've heard of being robbed blind before, but that shit is it's still mind blowing to me. Like, that shit is just crazy to me that somebody would steal my damn RX prescription glasses. Moving on, I want to shout out any of the Libra babies, October Libra babies, and the Scorpio season that is now upon us. My birthday is October 31st. So if they haven't already given you my Cash App information, if you want to help me get some new prescription glasses, please feel free to send me a small but considerable donation at But Is She Funny on everywhere where you can send money. I'm happy to be back on the East Coast. I love the West Coast. I shout out to everybody on the show because most of us met at the Northwest Black Comedy Festival and it was an amazing time. But I'm gonna have to be honest, I love being back on the East Coast because on the East Coast is where shit just makes sense to me. I was living in LA for a little while and that was just a real tough transition for me because I felt like in LA, people were constantly trying to get me to do things that went against my morals, my values, my conscience, trying to get me to do shit like go vegan. And I come from a good Southern household, okay? I come from a good Southern upbringing. I can't come to my mama's Thanksgiving as a goddamn vegan. I can come to my mom's house as a strung out, I don't know, lesbian prostitute. And she will be all the way behind me and support me like, it's okay, baby. God delivers everybody from anything. We're going to get you some help. You're going to be fine. Let me show up to her Thanksgiving asking about, is it smoked turkey and the goddamn greens? She is going to disown me. She is going to be like, oh my God, how can you be like this? I mean, what are we going to serve at your lesbian wedding if you don't eat meat? Or your rehab graduation? Like, my mom's not going for it. Shout out to the business, J Business. Another thing that was kind of weird for me on the West Coast is they just speak a language that I don't truly understand. Like, my homegirl hit me up and she was like, yo, Patrice, you want to ride with me to go get kimchi? And I'm like, cool. Whose Filipino baby mama is that? And where are we taking her? Because I had never heard of that. And I feel like some of y'all are judging me because y'all already know what that is. But she was like, no, Patrice, kimchi is not a person. So I said, so wait a minute, do you snort it or shoot that shit up? Because I can't be out here doing these LA drugs with y'all. You know, I come from a good Southern background. She was like, no, kimchi is Korean cabbage. I'm like, well, bitch, why you ain't just asked me if I wanted to go get lunch? And why? And make sure it's some goddamn smoked turkey in this Korean cabbage because you know I can't be no damn vegan. It's easy to be a vegan when you ain't starving. I'm telling you, wait, get hungry enough and see if you a damn vegan, vegans. Listen, it can go from a dinner party to the Donner party real quick. Real quick. LA was a trip, but I really had a good time out there. It was just one incident that really let me know, okay, it's time for me to get back to the East Coast where shit makes sense, because I got invited to an orgy, but it was disguised as an Uno game. That's the shit that pissed me off. Like, I've never had anybody try to reverse and skip into the pussy. Like, never, ever have I had that happen. And I guess that's my time, which I'll drink to that. Thank you so much, Duante. I am Patrice Deveaux, and I'm going to see y'all on the next run.
Oh, my God. I'm trying to figure out how to reverse into some pussy, too. Shit. Teach me that one. You know what I mean? Like, oh, wow. That's some new game. Like, I need you to come over and play some skip bow. Yeah, we all fucking later. It's a swingers party. God damn, that's some new shit. Give it up one more time for Patrice Deveaux, everybody. God damn. Woo. This next comedian, though, I worked with her. She was on her last show here in Dark Brew. She's not doing my favorite joke. I'm madder than hell. I hope she does it. I might boost her pay. I'll double your pay. I know you're not getting shit, but I'll double it. Fuck it. But give it up. I love her. She's a British comedian out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Give it up for Nkechi. Chibueze!
All right. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you. I can't see you. It's okay. Anyway, I love the fact that Duante, thank you, Duante, for having me on the show. I love the fact that it's an all-black lineup. And since it's an all-black lineup, I figured that I talk about, yes, you guessed it, racism. Yay! We all should talk about it. No, we shouldn't. But nevertheless, the reason why I wanted to talk about racism specifically is because I want to talk about the N-word. As you can see, I'm saying it's the N-word because I don't say the word. And I wish that I can say that I don't say the word because it has like this deep negative history. You know, people died hearing themselves being called that word, you know. I wish that I can say that's the reason why I don't say it. But the reason why I don't say the word is because it never sounds correct coming out of my mouth. It just doesn't. And like, don't get it twisted. Like, I've totally said the N-word before. Like, I experimented with the N-word in college, okay? But one thing that I realized is every time I would say the word, there'd be like 5 to 6 Black people looking back to make sure the right person said it. And I just didn't want to start a race riot, so I stopped saying it. So white people, I've been doing my part to uplift your community, so like, you're welcome. But nevertheless, I do want to say there are special occasions that I do say the word. And those occasions, I say the N-word when I am talking about the first time I was called the N-word. Like, I have a story, and I think it's hilarious. And I'm going to share it with you right now because you're here and you got nothing else to do. But this is the one time that I say the word because it just goes with the story. So picture this. This is me. I'm 10 years old. I'm living in England. So this is like a British Nkechi skipping home from school. Yes, I was the type of girl to skip. But nevertheless, like, I'm skipping home from school, and then all of a sudden these two like 16-year-old white girls, like, they come out of the bushes and they're staring me down like they are pissed that I'm existing. So I decided that I'm gonna try and skip home, and they stop me in my tracks. So of course I move out the way and they stop me again. And one thing that I remember is, like, one of the white girls, she had like the white girl top knot. That's what I remember. But she didn't have like enough hair to make it like a nice, full, fluffy sorority top girl knot realness. I think that's the reason why she was so upset. But nevertheless, she looks at me, she stares me down, and she sneers and she says, "Where are you going, nigger?" And I gotta tell you, I was shocked. I was confused. Did she call me vinegar and drop the VI? Like, between the two of us, the person that I felt looked like a sour, clear liquid, I felt like it wasn't me. So I, of course, was kind of stuck in a situation where I'd been called a word that I wasn't familiar with, and I needed to figure out what I was going to do. And the only thing that I can think of in my 10-year-old brain is, maybe you guys are familiar with this philosophy, but it was the "I know you are, but what am I" mantra. So I stared them into their faces and I said, "I'm trying to go home, niggers." Yeah. And they stepped their nigger asses out the way. Yeah. And I got to skip home. And it was interesting because the next day I see them again, and all of a sudden they're nice to me. They're trying to high five me. They're asking me if I wanted to go out later and play pool. And so I'm trying to figure out the moral of the story. And the only one that I could come up with is white people like to be called the N-word. That's the only thing that I can think of. That probably isn't it. Nevertheless, like, when it comes to racism, like, I talk about it a lot because, I mean, it's something that is happening in everybody's life. And there's a lot of white people that get kind of annoyed at me. They're just like, why'd you keep on talking about this? This is so weird. And I'm like, the reason why I keep on talking about racism is because racism is always happening. I don't know what else to tell you. And the thing is, one thing that I get frustrated with is when white people are trying to be nice, but instead they just end up sounding really, really racist. And for some reason, that happens a lot more often than it should. Like, for example, I'll never forget, I was in grad school and someone told me that it was okay that I was so dark-skinned because I have European facial features. I'm so confused about what that means. Like, I did not know. I knew white people own a lot of things, but I didn't know that they owned the patent to eyes, lips, and nose. I just find that really weird. And I was just like, what are you trying to say? You think it's okay that I'm Black because you saw my nose on a white girl before? I feel like that's foolish. I really do. But nevertheless, there was this one particular time, that's my favorite, that I like to recount. Like, in my time, when I'm not a comedian and a teacher, I'm a photographer, and I photograph weddings. And this one particular day, I was photographing a white wedding. Okay, I'm lying. I was photographing a Mormon wedding, and I was at the reception, and then this one particular old white man comes up to me and he's asking me about my camera equipment, like quizzing me to make sure that I knew what I was doing with this expensive equipment, because surely this Black girl would not know how to take a photograph. But nevertheless, I'm entertaining him because, you know, I'm paid to be there. And then he starts talking about his camera, and he's very upset with it. He's like, yeah, I I used to have a camera and it got stolen. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I wasn't sorry, but I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so unhappy. I mean, I'm so sad that happened to you. And he was like, yeah, like they took that camera out of my car. And to make matters worse, it happened on Martin Luther King Day. I was like, okay, what's that got to do with anything? And then he replied, well, you figured if you give them a day, they wouldn't steal on it. Ha. I was so thankful that I was there. I was paid to be there because it would have been a terrible situation if I wasn't. And so the way that I like to connect with people in uncomfortable situations is I like to tell parallel stories that are associated with what they were going through. And I actually had one, you know, old white man, Patrice and I have something in common. Like our cars have gotten broken into. And this particular time, like my car got broken into and it was when I was moving and I had all my stuff in it. And so they cleared me out. They took everything. Like they took my camera equipment, my laptop, $300. They took my makeup. They stole my underwear. Now, you know you have to be going through some rough times if you're stealing fat women underwear. But nevertheless, I tell them, to make matters worse, they stole it all on Columbus Day. Oh, okay. Do you see? Because, you know, Columbus, he stole. Nevertheless, I don't think he understood what I was trying to say because the next thing he said was, them Negroes be stealing on all the days. So, yeah. That happened. That did happen. I have like a minute and a half left and I don't know if I want to talk about more racist stuff or talk about my love life. I think I'm going to talk about my love life just a tiny bit. You know, during COVID, it's been kind of rough. It has. And because, you know, I've just been swimming in so much choices. And I was like, okay, it's quarantine. You have to choose one person. You can't just be whoring it out in New Orleans, you guys. Just choose one person. And so I chose one person and I really liked him. I did. And I was going to give him everything, like all my cookies, like my muffin, like the whole goddamn bakery. He was going to get it all. But unfortunately, he said something that was so sadistic. It was heartbreaking as someone who champions herself on human rights and decency, like I couldn't let the hate speech slide. Sorry. He said that NSYNC was better than Backstreet Boys. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, like, how dare you? How dare you uplift the mediocrity that is NSYNC only to downgrade the legacy that is the Backstreet? And he was like, I don't know, they're better dancers. And I was like, well, since you like NSYNC so much, I'm gonna let you be NSYNC. And I'm gonna be Justin Timberlake. While together we make beautiful music and we're popping as a group, everybody knows that JT is better off solo. Yeah. So I'm leaving you. Bye, bye, bye. That was Nkechi, and that's my time, and I'm leaving. Bye.
Thank you, Nkechi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give it up one more time for Nkechi Chibueze. I have a feeling I should have been a ring announcer, like coming out of Florida. Let's get ready to rumble. Shit. This next comedian, though, I highlighted him on Who to Watch on SuitManComedy.com. He's killed it at the Northwest Black Comedy Festival a ton of times. He's a regular in Portland. He's out of Tampa Bay, Florida, if I remember correctly. Give it up for Chaz Carter!
Thank you. Thank you. Wait, am I on the screen? Wait, what are you doing? Hey guys, how's it going? Wait, what are you doing? Oh, I mean, the stage screen is still up, so I'm just gonna leave with that. Yeah. I was like, I don't know what to do. Man, yeah. That feels so good to have Duante say all those nice things about me, because that feels like that happened 5 years ago. Like, I don't even know what it feels like to be on the stage anymore. What is a stage? It's crazy. This pandemic has been really weird for me, you guys. I started the pandemic out by breaking up with my boyfriend of a year. Yeah. Yeah, but no, like I at first I was a little sad about it, but then I thought about it. I was like, no, I'm not sad about it because he was trash. Because think about it. How trash of a nigga do you have to be for me to cut off my only fucking dick supply at the top of the pandemic? Like, you have to be a real trash ass dude for me to just say, I would rather be alone than have companionship during a fucking pandemic. Like, that's how bad the shit was. I got rid of this nigga. It was terrible. It was, oh God, he was the worst. You know, my goddamn nerves. I was like, I can't take another 8 to 10 months of just being in the same room with you all the time. I would rather sit here and watch cheap porn and scroll through Twitter and argue with racists all day. Like, that seems to be more entertaining than looking at you all the goddamn time. Speaking of porn, you know, one thing I've learned about myself during the pandemic is that if you watch enough porn, you start to find some really good storylines, you know? I mean, I know that most of them don't have good storylines, but I have managed to watch enough to where I found a couple of really convincing ones, you know? But what I really want to look for is like the Denzel Washington of porn actors. Like, I want to look for someone who can fuck good and move me. Like, can you cry on cue while having sex? Like, none of that happens. None of that. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of watching all these pizza hole fucking scenarios and shit. Like, what the fuck is that? Who is in the writer's room for this? That's what I want to know. I want to work in the writer's room for porn. I want to know what that goes like. Like, how do they come up with these storylines? Like, is there just a bunch of mediocre white men in a fucking room just going, hey, man, I got an idea. The pizza hole scenario, that hasn't been used before. What the fuck? I'm tired of it. Every time these motherfuckers show up to somebody's house, I didn't order a pizza. Here's a hole in the middle of the pizza. Here's my dick. I guess you're going to have to suck it. And they're like, oh, no, I don't know. You know, like, who does that? Like, what? Anyways, I watched a lot of porn. I got to stop watching porn, though. I feel like it's desensitized me to sex. It's made me this, like, sterile person who just looks at sex as this, like, unimportant, unnecessary thing now because it's at our beck and call at any moment. But, yeah, I'm trying to do better by actually watching TV and writing and being a more like productive person. What else is going on in my life? 2020, question, does anybody have the gift return receipt for this fucking year? Because this shit, I'm done. I'm done, y'all. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this goddamn year. This year is fucked up. This year feels like a live action Oregon Trail. Like, what the fuck is this going on right now? It just feels like a horrible simulation where white people are winning at being terrible. Usually, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know. I feel like every day that I wake up, there's just like more and more bad shit going on. And I've become so numb to it at this point that I just pretend like none of it is happening. These ain't even jokes. These just me ranting about how terrible this fucking year is. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't even funny no more. It ain't even funny. None of this is even funny anymore. I've been spitting. Also, too, shout out to women, man. I, for the first time in my 34 years of existence, now understand what it feels like when y'all come home and y'all unleash y'all titties out of wearing a bra all day. That's what it feels like to have a mask on your face all day. I come home from a long day of work and having to wear a mask and ashy lips and bad breath, and you take that motherfucking mask off, and it just feels like you're just in the world again. And don't be and anybody judging me right now. Don't look. When you've worked an 8-hour shift with a mask on and you ain't drank nothing but coffee and fucking croissants, your breath is gonna be smelling weird. It's smelling a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Shit. What else is going on? I ain't even tried to date nobody during this pandemic. I'm at a point where I'm like, ain't no point in trying to date nobody right now. I feel like it ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth it. I tried to hook up with someone one time after I broke up with my boyfriend, and it was terrible sex. Not only was it terrible sex, but I risked getting COVID. Imagine getting COVID over some bad dick. Like, could you imagine how fucking awful that would be? So I just decided that, you know, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it to the best and keep staying in my room telling these jokes from the corner. I don't know who's laughing, but I appreciate y'all. I can kind of hear it. I hear like a little reverb going on, but no, for real. It just it was terrible. It was like, why the fuck? Why? This is what I don't understand. Why the fuck do lazy niggas just show up and fuck foreplay? Like, is we not fucking with foreplay in 2020? Is that what's going on? Nigga, this ain't prison. The fuck? Like, what are we doing? Like, I need, what is this? Like, do we not do that? Is there no formalities to sex anymore? Motherfuckers just show up and they're just like, let me fuck you? Like, what is this? Like, like, do you not kiss anymore? Is there no romance? Is there more anything? Nothing? It's upsetting. It's upsetting me. It's upsetting me to the point where I've considered becoming a lesbian. Like, I'm going to date women again. And we ain't gonna fuck. We just gonna play in each other's hair and talk about niggas all day. That's what we're gonna do. Cause I don't know if I can make it happen again. I mean, I tried. Well, no, that's not true. Fun fact about me, I actually have been with women. 4 to be exact. I didn't date my first guy until I was 20. So I was kind of technically like, I was like a soft open gay, you know, it was like a pop shop gay. Like I just popped up and then kind of like sampled it a little bit. And I was like, I don't know, let me like date a girl again to keep up images, you know what I'm saying? And then realized it wasn't for me. Just was lying, living a lie, y'all, living a lie. And then I retired from my straight career. Here I am telling jokes about being gay to the ether and a bunch of my comedy family. What else been going on? Oh, I went to West Hollywood for the first time in 8 months during the pandemic just to get out. I don't know if any of you guys ever been to West Hollywood, but it's basically like Jerusalem for gays. It's just like this city where just we all go to convene and have fun. And honestly, it was the equivalent. It felt like the equivalent of releasing like a rehabilitated wild animal back into the wild. Cause I just got out the car and all I could smell was just a faint scent of poppers and mimosas. And it just felt like life again. Life as I knew it. I don't do poppers, but I just feel like I imagine that's what it smells like. Cool. What else I want to talk about? I don't know. What else is going on? I'm tired of arguing with straight people, mainly straight niggas, about gay problems. Like, I don't know. I feel like what confuses me about like homophobic straight men is that for y'all to be so homophobic, y'all sure do worry the fuck about gay people problems all the time. Like, y'all niggas stay pressed about what is going on with us. Like, how you gonna be homophobic and hate us, but always concerned about what the fuck we doing? And it always be coming from niggas with the little crust in their hands and the ashy ass lips and the ass be hanging out the jeans all the time. How you not gay, but you walking around with your ass on display? Like, what the fuck is that going on? Like, I don't make it make sense. It's just annoying to me. I feel like I'm convinced straight niggas, like, I'm convinced their mamas was smoking while they were pregnant with them. Like, I don't know, like, how, just shut the fuck up. Why you worried about what I'm doing over here? This is annoying. As I said earlier, these ain't even jokes. It's just me ranting because I ain't had nobody to talk to all week. Shit. But, oh yeah, Patrice talking about having company earlier. I think I might ask somebody to come over tonight too, but I'm a little scared. I feel like every time I think about having somebody come over, I'm like, damn, I want to have them over, but I'm also like, I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep y'all posted. I'll let y'all know if I get COVID. Thank y'all.
You horny little bastard. You horny little black leprechaun. I only heard the last couple seconds, and I already can tell you're on Tinder. Fuck you, buddy. I see you, Chaz. God damn it. He's living his best life. Like, I'm getting all the hoes I can. I don't give a shit. Fuck this. Oh, my God. Well, this next comedian, I love her energy. Before I say that, give it up again for Chaz Carter, everybody. Chaz Carter out of Florida. Woo! Jesus Christ. Don't drink in elevation. I'm telling you. I've had like 3 drinks, and you look like I'm flying. This is bullshit. Our next comedian, though, another great performer from the Northwest Black Comedy Festival. She's also out of Denver, Colorado. I love seeing her. She's got high energy. For Shanel Hughes.
Hey, whatever time it is where you at. It's about 8 o'clock where I'm at, I think. I don't even know. I don't know. I've just been watching everybody. I don't know what time it is. Who cares? I'm unemployed. Fight me. Okay. I'm very excited to be here. It's Drake's birthday. Okay. So first of all, okay. So I thought I'd tell a story about when I used to be a hoe to y'all. I've changed now a lot. Now I'm a lesbian and I'm a wife. But before I used to be fucking with niggas and a hoe. So things change when you stop drinking. And let's go. Let's get into it. Let's see, August of 2016, 4 years ago, I was 24 years old. And one of my best friends at the time moved to New Orleans. And I missed her so much. So I decided, like anybody else who was 24 and balling, to get a ticket on Frontier to go see her. So if you know Frontier, they got what they used to, had a Tuesday to Tuesday flight, the 8 days, and that flight was like $3. You stuff your backpack with everything. All I used to wear was leggings. I was a hoe. I told y'all it didn't matter. Put all the leggings I could in my backpack. I was ready to go. Ready, excited, in there. So I get there. Like I said, it's August in New Orleans, so it's hot as fuck. It's so hot. I have all my leggings. We're there from 8 days, okay? 8 days in the hot. There's not much to do. We haven't even planned anything. We're just ready to put our shorts on and go outside. So that's what we decided. We're like, okay, we ain't really planned nothing, but today we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out tonight. So we find this little club. It's some hole in the wall. She goes, this is the spot. There's gonna be some local bounce artists here tonight, and he's finna get it popping. I'm like, cool. We get to the club. They ain't even checking IDs. They just was checking what's inside our purse. And maybe that should have been the first sign I should have left. But y'all, just the smell, like man, if y'all still going through your whole phase, enjoy it. Okay? Just have a good time, because there's nothing off limits. A hole in the wall, they checking my bag, ain't nobody checking IDs. I was like, yes, okay? It was hot. Let me in the club. We get in the club. There's definitely 16-year-olds in the club, okay? And I was like, okay, I don't know how to feel about this, but this ain't my city, whatever, I'm vibing. We get there, the drinks is cheap, everybody popping that cat. Everybody got on panties because they knew they was gonna be popping that cat tonight. So it was a good time. I am just chilling, and I feel somebody staring at me. And I look over, and there's this man, right? He's probably in his 50s, and he's just staring at me hard. And I'm all uncomfortable because I'm a young hoe. I was a hoe, but I was still a young hoe. And I was a little uncomfortable by it. And he was this dark-skinned fellow. He's a little bit taller than me. I'm 5'7". He's probably like 5'9". And he had on all white, everything. White cap, white big tee, white shorts, white socks that went up to his shorts, white Air Force Ones, and blinged out Jesus chain. Jesus on the neck. I was like, okay, whatever. So I look at him and I look away. You know what? Because the night is still early, okay? I still got a chance. It's still early. I don't know. Maybe if I have to settle later, he's there. I already know he's there. So we're still grooving. I forgot about him. My homegirl goes to the bathroom, and this is when he decides to pounce. And he did. He bought us some drinks, and he was cool. He was like, what's up? My name is Big Wayne. I know you ain't from around here. You know what I'm saying? All this going in, you beautiful, all this, whatever, whoop-de-woo. So he's like, let me get your number. I'm like, definitely not. There might be some dudes in here in their 30s that's trying to holler at me. So maybe in their 40s, maybe in their 20s. I just can't get to 50. It's just midnight. I can't go to 50 right away. So I was like, no. And then we eventually get separated. The bounce artist comes on stage, and everybody's getting turned, whatever. The club is over. It's over now. We're at the door, and magically, we're about to leave, and he just pops up. And he's insisting upon walking us to our car. So he walks us to the car. He's like, let me get your number. I was like, no, give me your number, and maybe I'll hit you up, So whatever. The trip continues. Me and my homegirl was chilling. We went out a couple more times. Then we got into it because that's what you do when you young hoes. You dumb. All y'all do is fight. If you can't find no dick, you gonna fight your friend. That's all y'all know how to do. Put on eyelashes, fight, and find dick. And so we got into a fight, and I was mean about it. I'm not gonna lie, but I've learned how to be better with my words since then. It starts at home. You know what I'm saying? You being nice to yourself, you could be nice to your friends. But what I said to her was not nice at all. And she gave me the silent treatment for the rest of our trip. And like I told y'all, we were there for 8 days together. So I was watching a lot of Stranger Things for a minute. I finished the season and a lot of Nigerian shows. It was a good time. So I had some other friends there. So I called them up and they decided to take me out. They're like, you know what, we finna come. We're gonna take you to, I think we went to the Shamrock somewhere. We went somewhere. I'm pretty sure it was there. And that was a good time. We were singing karaoke, we were playing pool, whatever, all that type of stuff. And hot with some bitch. Like, I didn't come out here for that. So I texted Wayne. Oh my God, it's been 10 minutes. Oh my God. The point is, y'all.
4 minutes.
You just got
You just got ghetto Wi-Fi. It cut out for a second. That's all. Keep going, sunshine. You'll be all right.
Oh my God. No, yeah, my Wi-Fi been tripping this whole time I was praying, but Xfinity don't listen to prayers. I don't know what part I cut off at. The point, me and my friend got into it. And so I hit up Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't feel like going home. I hit him up. He's like, where you at? I'm like, I'm on the east. That's where my friend stays. He's like, me too. So he came to pick me up, and we were just driving around the city. And he's like chewing this like big ass juicy fruit gum, just obnoxiously. And it's like, you already have an accent. So like, and you chewing gum. I don't even know what he's saying. But he took me to the 7-Eleven to get some juice, like the child that I was. And I appreciated that. And so we go get some juice, and then we end up back in front of my homegirl's house. And at that point, things got a little, freaky. Wayne decided to eat me out in the back of his Denali. And I was like, okay, this trip then turned up. And so he ate me out, and he was like, oh, I gotta go. It's almost 4. My old lady gonna get me. Which, whatever. If you're 24 and a 50-year-old talking to you, he has a wife, and leave that man alone, because you can't fight no 44-year-old. She's mad for years. You cannot fight her. Leave that man alone. Don't fight that woman. She got kids your age. So I finally get upstairs. I go to my homegirl's, my homegirl. I go upstairs. She lets me in, and I'm like, oh my God, girl, like, you won't believe it. I just got ate out in front of your house. And she's like, bitch, what? And I'm like, yes, I just got ate out in front of your house. And then I go to the bathroom. I come back out, and I'm like, and guess what? And she's like, what? And I'm like, there's gum stuck in my butt. That, I don't know what he tried to do. I don't know if he tried to spit the gum out while he was eating me out, but point is, y'all, just make sure hoes, learn a lesson from that. Learn a lesson, okay? Happy birthday, Drake. That's my time, I think, or maybe I got 30 seconds left. And now I'm a lesbian, so we know don't chew gum. We don't even chew gum. No, now. I'm just waiting for Duante. I'm just talking about anything. Y'all, period. Okay? Period.
Man,
I shop on
you, man.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, look here. We ain't gonna start that shit. It's our headliner's fault. He's out in wine country with some white folks tasting wine and couldn't get no damn Wi-Fi. Fuck you. Fuck him. No, I'm just fucking with you. I love you, Shanel. Great set, young lady. I didn't mean to scare you. You just cut out for a minute. Thank you again. Thank you again. You there? You can say something.
I'm here. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be quiet yet. Thank you, Don. Thanks for having me. That was fun.
Hey, everybody make some
Or
noise.
Duarte. That's what I know you as.
Oh, Duante. Is that how we're acting? Is that how you're doing it, motherfucker? All right, all right. Again, make some noise for all our performers. Tonight we had Leann Johnson out of Portland. We had Quinton Jones out of Seattle, Washington via Detroit, Michigan. We had G. Wade out of Portland, also Portland, Oregon. Then we had Patrice Deveaux out of Richmond, Virginia. We had Nkechi Chibueze out of New Orleans, Louisiana. We had Chaz Carter out of Tampa Bay, Florida. And we closed out with Shanel Hughes out of Denver, Colorado. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get our headliner. We had some issues. We had some technical difficulties. But thank you for turning into Dark Brew Online. In about an hour, we'll be back online with Dark Brew Boise. Give it up for everybody, Dirty Angel Entertainment, SuitMan Productions, and last but not least, give it up for our host of this whole event, the Lounge at the End of the Universe, Boise, Idaho. Thank you, and we're signing off. Have a great night, everybody. Woo!